Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Courageous Adventure, 1935. This is going to be another Johnny Mack Brown flick.
Finally, you got it right.
Yeah, I got it right this time. I'm giving this one 4 out of 5 stars. This is the best Johnny Brown flick that I've seen by far. It's got some unintentional humor in it. A lot of fight scenes and a lot of action going on in this one. Of course, in the usual Johnny Mack Brown movies, they speed up the film to make it look like he's super fast. And this movie is no exception. So Johnny Mack Brown, his girlfriend is Beth. She's living with this guy. And the guy's tipping off the outlaws whenever there's a gold shipment on Stagecoach. They rob the stagecoach whenever it happens. He's using carrier pigeons to tip them off. And so he keeps harassing Beth, Johnny Mack Brown's girlfriend. Beth leaves a note stating that she hopes she never sees him again. Then Beth gets kidnapped by the outlaws, and they've got some kind of silver mines where they're making silver bullets. I don't know why they use silver bullets. It's one of those plot holes, excuse me. And even my son noticed that the guy was laughing kind of goofy. This one. Anyways, it's moments like that, the unintentional humor that makes it one of those so bad that it's good type movies. I'm not saying it's a great flick by any stretch of the imagination, but anyways. So Johnny Mack Brown follows the creepy guy around, and he starts asking his associate all kinds of questions about silver bullets, and the guy takes off. Johnny Mack Brown follows him. They get into a pretty cool looking fist fight. My son thought it was himself versus homework. Fighting in the dirt there. And of course Johnny Mack Brown wins the fight. He uses the guy's horse to go to the silver mine, where I guess they're picking up people who get lost in the desert. They're about to die. They pick them up and they use them as slaves in the silver mine, shackled to this wooden wheel that's spinning around. It looks like something out of Flash Gordon serial or something. And so the creepy guy finds the guy all stranded in the desert, beat up in the face by Johnny Mack Brown, and he sends a carrier pigeon to let the outlaws know that Johnny Mack Brown is a traitor. One of the older guys with the funny laugh, he breaks his shackle free, and he's about to light the mine on fire, blow it up. And Johnny Mack Brown stomps it out. He grabs a stick of dynamite and threatens to throw it at him. at the outlaw who's guarding the mind. And don't ask me why the guy tosses his gun, because the dynamite is not lit. If he throws it, it's just going to land and not do anything, as far as I know. I could be wrong, but that part did make sense. And so the guy throws his gun. Johnny Mack Brown escapes. He takes Beth with him. And then another stagecoach is set to run. The outlaws know where it's going. They were tipped off again. But the creepy guy is told to be on the stagecoach this time. Johnny Mack Brown catches up to the stagecoach, and he's hiding on the rafters between the horses, and he's pointing the gun at the creepy guy in case he does any false moves or dirty tricks. Then he does that thing that he did in branded what was the last movie that I saw? It's called Branded a Coward. He did the same thing. He starts crawling underneath the stagecoach really fast. Goes up behind the outlaws who are there looking for him. They couldn't find him because the creepy dude said that he was in between the horses. But then he did this crawl thing and snuck up behind them. He starts dumping them off the stagecoach one by one. By this time, Beth tells his father and posse of vigilantes to go after him. And so they do, and as Johnny Mack Brown is kicking him off the stagecoach one by one, they get handcuffed by the posse. One of the posse branches off and handcuffs the guy. So this goes on, and there's one guy who escapes on a horse. Johnny Mack Brown catches up with him, of course, and that's about the movie. Pretty entertaining. I'm giving it 4 to 5 stars. I thought it was pretty good. Not a great flick by any means, but a heck of a lot better than the last 3 movies I watched. Kind of unintentional humor for the low-budget Poverty Row movie company that was churning out these B-westerns with Johnny Mack Brown in them. So, anyways, Wednesday did not go well. I got off work. This absconder guy without any insurance just merges right into me on 380, and I got his white paint and his dents all over my left fender. Fortunately, I've got a deductible collision waiver of the deductible. I think that's what it's called. Some kind of coverage where I don't have to pay anything. If the other guy's not going to pay. And I got his license plate number. They're going to go after him. Use collections to go after him. And they're just going to cut me a check for the estimated cost of repairs. I thought about just putting it in my savings account, but they don't want to give my car to him, so I better get it fixed. So at least he'll have something to drive when he's in high school. Anyways, that wasn't the last of my problems. I picked him up at 6:30, half an hour late. The neighbor was haranguing me about forcing me to have a roommate here because I guess the old lady upstairs can't afford to pay for her caregiver, and she can't raise the rent on me. So she wants to raise the rent on somebody else to come be my roommate. I guess I don't think that's legal, but I can't very well fight her in court because I'm getting a good deal for this place, $450 a month, and I don't want to ruin it by taking her to court. So that was kind of discouraging, and I completely lost track of time. I thought if I woke up at 5:10, I could get some cleaning done before he came, and still have time to pick him up. But I should have done that at 4:10. I was an hour off for some stupid reason I can't figure out. Because I was supposed to pick him up at 6, and I ended up leaving here at like 4:50. I mean, I ended up leaving here at 5:50. See, even now I can't keep track of time. I don't know what's going on. But I pick him up. I drive him to Chick-fil-A in Sunnyvale, and as soon as I get to Mountain View, I get 2 flat tires on the right side. The first one is completely flat in the back, so I called the tow truck, and there are 3 delays, 20 minutes apart, causing me to wait 3 hours for the stupid tow truck. And finally gets there. My son gets free ice cream, and driving around a spare tire, but the front right tire is still losing quite a bit of air. Not enough to be completely flat, but still pretty bad. So I drove it around like that for 2 days. Of course, I couldn't take it in on Thanksgiving Day, but fortunately I had an appointment at Firestone for routine maintenance. Something that would have cost $20 ended up costing $350. So I'm pretty worried that I won't have any money on Thursday in my checking account. I've got tons in my savings account, and I want to keep it that way. But the good news is that I don't have to pay anything for my car repairs, and hopefully I can get a rental car whenever I get the check. Week or two. So I'll get that taken care of, but it's just a crazy thing, one thing after another. And then yesterday I went to church about a mile away from here, thinking that they were going to have Latin Mass on Thanksgiving Day, but come to find out that the 11:30 Mass is on Sunday, not on holiday or Thursday or any of those days. So that was a waste of gas, waste of time. And then I tried to drive to BJ's in San Mateo. It was closed for Thanksgiving. I didn't find out until I saw the sign on the door. I thought it was open. So we ended up going to Applebee's. But I wanted to stop at Kmart because he keeps talking about cranberry flavored Sprite, which I can't seem to find anywhere. Not at Kmart or Safeway or anywhere. So I wasted time walking around Safeway looking for that. They didn't have Tostinos, which I was able to get at Safeway today, though. So I guess we're having that for dinner again tonight. the other thing was, the other thing that went wrong was I didn't get the Fred the Hammer Williamson triple disc until today. It was delayed 2 days, but I was so lethargic with all the excitement, all the craziness that occurred on Wednesday and Thursday that I don't know. It didn't matter because I just finished watching the Johnny Mack Brown double feature and the Fred Williamson triple feature just came in the mail just now. So it was good timing actually, because I guess I could have finished watching A Girl Called Jules, but I guess I'm gonna watch this today. Hopefully I can get 3 movies in for a total of 5 movie reviews today. What do you think? No comment. Anyways, he wanted cranberry Sprite. I got him a bottle of Coke for $1.99 and some Tostino's pepperoni pizza rolls for $6.99. So we saved some money on lunch and dinner today. And today went a lot smoother than I thought, even though I had to pay $350 for 2 tires, which is kind of ridiculous, but it's Firestone. So you pay for the quick service, I guess. I only had to sit there for a couple hours. We went a block down to eat at Millbrae House of Pancakes. And of course, he took a couple bites of his French toast and he said he was full. When we went to Buco de Pepo last night, he picked out more than I did because it was spaghetti. But anything else, I'd just leave it on the plate. Anyways, it's been a crazy Thanksgiving. I'm going to try to get through these 3 Fred the Hammer Williamson movies on the One Man Army disc. And then I'll try to knock out A Girl Named Jules tomorrow. Because he's got swimming lessons and I can borrow their Wi-Fi at his swim class. I can get free Wi-Fi there. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. And what else do I got lined up? Oh yeah, I've got Wilbur and the Baby Factory. So maybe I can watch those 2 tomorrow. That's the end of my review. Laters.